Well, today I have a review. The Ohana SK-21 Sopranino. There it is. I showed you guys this the end of the last video I did on the baritone tuning comparison. So you're going from one extreme to the other, really. So this is the Sopranino. It is scale-wise 12 inches, so it's smaller than a standard 13.5 inch soprano, much smaller body, much shorter end to end. I think it's about 17 inches or something like that. So it's a small instrument, but it's mighty. It's a mighty instrument. So let's take a look at it. It is all solid mahogany, and I got to tell you, look at that beautiful grain on the top. Nice simple rosette. Beautiful back. Binding, front and rear. And then a rosewood bridge bone saddle. Then you have the rosewood fingerboard. You have the bone nut. Goto friction tuners. And most importantly, side dots. Now, you'll find that many of Ohana's ukes do not have side dots. So I was very pleased to see that this one does. I just need them. It helps me have a reference. I mean, at least Kamaka puts one at the 7th fret. Quite a few of Ohana's don't have any side dots at all. I don't use these dots on the top. I can't see them when I'm playing. So this ukulele is just a blast to play. And the reason I bought it was I wanted a couch ukulele. Actually, I use a couple on the couch. One is a soprano, which I'll be doing a review of next, and this one. So it sits right on my table or on the floor next to my love seat, and I just reach down and play it all the time. And I'll tell you, it's nice to have an instrument right there within arm's reach. And I spent a lot of time, I practiced strumming. I've been working on some different chord shapes, chord fingerings, which has really helped me kind of go up another level versus using the standard chord fingerings, because what I want to be able to do is I want to be able to move up and down the neck, not always using bar chords, but I also, when you play smaller scales like a soprano or sopranino, you're going to find that some of the bar chords down here don't work very well. So you need to do some alternate fingering. So I've been working on that. So one thing I wanted to do with this and the soprano I purchased was try to be able to hold it without having to use a strap. And you can see I haven't put any buttons or anything on it yet. I don't think I will. Now, as far as these tuners, some people love and some people hate them. One of the goals that I had was, I need to learn how to hold the smaller ukes without a strap. Most of my ukes do have straps on them. But I also need to really work on getting used to the friction tuner. So I've spent some time adjusting them. What I did was, when this came, the only thing I've done to it is I had a quill of strings. I think a quill of strings are great for an all laminate ukulele. I don't like them on solid top or all solid ukes. So these are Martin M600s. And the soprano that I we'll review next, same exact thing. The only thing I did was change it to the fluorocarbons arm of the M600s. Now, let me say right off, if you can't play a soprano because the fingerboard is too small, the spaces are too small, the scale's too small, standard on a soprano is 13, some of them are 14, a few, not very many. Larrabee is. The soprano flea from Magic Fluke is 14. Most times it's 13, 13 and a half. If you can't play that, you won't be able to play this. And that was one of my goals, just to be able to work on getting the friction tuners, getting used to those, adjusting those, and also being able to hold it. I'm still working on that. Now, when I'm sitting on the love seat, it's not a problem. When I'm sitting like this, it is. Standing, it is too. But most of the time, I don't play this even sitting like this. So now, obviously, you get your volume from your soundboard, the wood, and the size of the soundboard and the box. Very small. Here's the next uke that I'll be reviewing, and you can see a soprano, the body's so much bigger. So you're not going to get incredible volume, although I will tell you, I was playing this, and out in the basement in the family room, everyone's going, well, that sounded good. And I felt like saying, you should see the size of this thing. So let's see. Now you are able to play up the neck. You've got 12 frets there. So to some degree you can. You're not going to be fingering up here a lot with chords, but you could do individual notes. I think you could, here's the 7th fret. So let's see if we can do Amazing Grace here. So, do I recommend this? Yeah, I have been playing this so much. It's just a lot of fun to play. It's great. It's so small that I can keep it right next to where I sit. It's not in the way. I reach over and grab it all the time, and you can practice whatever you want. I would say that, bar chord wise, probably 7th fret, maybe 8th, depending on how big your fingers are. Obviously, I just did a note, 10th fret, so you can do that. You can practice. You can work on some different shapes. So some of the shapes won't work. Some of the bar chords will not work with these frets being so close together, especially if you're trying to use 2 fingers. So I'm working on changing some of that so it'll still work with this and the soprano. Anyway, this is the Ohana Sopranino. They actually have one smaller than this, Sopranismo, I think it's called, which is 10 or 11 inches. That to me would be a definite, just a novelty instrument, something to have for fun. This probably is too to a lot of people. This is not something I'm going to take to Allegheny Ukes Array or something like that. Just maybe to play in my bedroom or something. But it's a lot of fun. Well built, in and out, beautiful woods. Love the satin finish. Love the fact that it has a bindings and side dots and decent tuners, and it's really put together well. So highly recommended. If you're looking for a really small instrument, you can get a gig bag for it too. 16, 17 bucks. Nice little gig bag. There it is right there. So you can take this and keep it with you all the time basically, and just play it when you have time. Enjoy. Check it out. SK-21. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. I got this from Mim. Mim set it up for me. The great thing about Mim's site is you get pictures of the exact uke that you're purchasing. So I picked this out because of the grain, front and back. And so you touch base with Mim. Mims Ukes, she'll set you up. She's the biggest Ohana dealer in the United States, and she's a tremendously great person. Love her. Love her setup, by the way. This thing is really playable. You can tell she did nice work on it. So, Mims Ukes, Ohana SK-21. Check it out. Thanks. See you.